Hello, Watchman of Ephraim. It's about 1:53 in the morning. My computer froze up. I wanted to do this a little bit earlier. Donald Trump, last president of the United States, slash Ephraim. Let the spirits be tested. That would be with an exclamation point, question mark. If he is the last president, the last king of Ephraim, if indeed the United States is Ephraim, and I believe we are, our last king must suffer a certain fate. I have his oracle in the drawer to the left of me, where I'm sitting at. Well, hey, here's Big Don. He's really starting to stir things up in the world, isn't he, with the capture of Venezuela's dictator, Maduro. Now he's threatening once again to take Greenland from Denmark, which is actually part of the tribe of Dan. Dansmark, Denmark. He'll be a serpent by the way, an adder in the path. In other words, he leaves his mark wherever he goes. Denmark, Dansmark, Danube River, and things like that. Wherever he traveled around from Israel through the Caucasus Mountains to Europe and Denmark, where it is today. That's where you have the tribe of Dan. So hey, he's stirring things up. Latin America's freaking out. I'm gonna probably start doing a lot of these. Let's see where it all goes. But he's threatening to take Denmark, and I got a couple articles I want to share with you, especially one. I'm not going to read the articles. I'm just going to give you the headlines. A little bit of the articles I'll read. But anyways, Trump weighs using U.S. military to acquire Greenland. He's becoming quite, let's say, bold, arrogant concerning our military. Did you hear his press conference after we plucked Maduro in the middle of the night out of his home in Venezuela? Do you hear him boasting about our military? Not one word about God. If I may, the presidential seal, that shield in front of the eagle, that's the shield of Abraham. What did God say to Abraham? I am your shield and your exceeding reward. It's God who gives us the military might. And I believe he's going to take it away. So we're weighing using military force to take Greenland. I think Trump said when it was brought up, or he brought it up, he says, bring it up in about 20 days. We'll discuss it. So is that his next move? Anyways, President Donald Trump and his team are considering a range of options in order to acquire Greenland, including utilizing the U.S. military. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt told CNBC on Tuesday. The statement further escalates the Trump administration's already aggressive rhetoric about Greenland, which the president has long sought to make a part of the United States. Trump said Sunday that the U.S. needs the Arctic island for national security purposes, pointing to Russian and Chinese activities in the region. Greenland is a territory of Denmark, which, like the U.S., is a member of the NATO International Military Alliance. So keep that in mind. All right. When I jump to the next article, the leaders of Denmark and other European NATO states on Tuesday morning issued a joint statement pushing back on Trump's increasingly vocal desire to obtain Greenland. Greenland belongs to its people. It is for Denmark and Greenland and them only to decide on matters concerning Denmark and Greenland, their statement said. Leavitt's new comment on Greenland came after the joint statement was issued. So, President Trump has made it well known that acquiring Greenland is a national security priority of the United States, and it's vital to deter our adversaries in the Arctic region, Leavitt said in an email statement. So they're discussing a range of options. Let me go to the next article, and this is the key one I want to bring out here. If you'll notice here, Danish Prime Minister says Trump attack on Greenland would end NATO. So this is what you got to keep in mind. This Prime Minister, a woman, said that if the United States, I'm like half awake, takes Greenland, it's going to end NATO. What does Revelation say concerning this beast, this eighth beast that's going to rise from the sea? I saw a beast, I do believe Revelation 13. I saw a beast rising up out of the sea. Revelation 17 says there's a woman riding on the beast. On this eighth beast. The waters which you saw where the harlot sits are peoples, multitudes, nations, and tongues. Where the harlot sits. Who's the harlot? Well, this person says it's the Roman Catholic Church. Who is this? This is Europa, the goddess Europa. This is the bull of Zeus. He's kidnapping her. Take her to Crete, I do believe, and rape her. Sitting in front of the EU headquarters. Europa. They know who they are. Keep it in mind. The NATO alliance will end if we take Greenland. What's going on here? Well, yeah, we'll see. Will this be the rise or the... will this start, get the ball rolling for the rise of the eighth beast? This final revived Roman Empire that's going to wreak havoc on the world, and primarily right here, United States. Ephraim will lie desolate in the day of rebuke. Among the tribes of Israel I have made it known. What? Hosea 5:9, I do believe. The thing that has been is what will be. Look at Ephraim. Look at the ancient kingdom Ephraim. It looks, as I've been pointing out, it looks like the United States. Great Lakes, New England, Gulf of Mexico, California. Oops. Doesn't it look like it? The thing that has been is what will be. That which is done is what will be done. There's nothing new under the sun. So the thing that's happened before is going to happen again. Why in these last days is the United States starting to buddy up with Syria? Yep. I don't know if we'll get an image of it. Why are we buddying up with Syria once again? Well, are we being set up for the Damascus Oracle, for the Syrian Ephraim alliance, which will come against Judah? That's Israel. Right now, we're still buddy with our older, weaker brother Judah. Judah, that goes by our name Israel, just the fourth son of Jacob, or Israel, Judah. Ephraim, 13th tribe, the greater brother, multitude. A mass, a bundle of nations, of the nations. All right. Multitude of nations. I saw a beast rising up out of the sea. These are illusions. You need to do a little bit of elbow grease. Homework. God is telling you where this beast will rise. Latin America, all getting all stirred up over this invasion. I have said that I have witnessed that this beast that will sit on many waters, or this woman that sits on the beast that's over on many waters, or peoples, multitudes, nations, and tongues, going to be set up, the Roman Catholic Church, the harlot, going to be set up to be destroyed for her wickedness. In the Middle Ages, she was cast into a sickbed. The Black Death almost took her out. Now she's going to be set up to be destroyed. Latin America, we invaded Venezuela. Threatening Mexico. Threatening Colombia. He's becoming so arrogant in our military, he just thinks he can do whatever he wants. But hey, Europe can pull the what? The world reserve currency, among other things. And you would have a worldwide economic collapse. Then you would have this bottomless pit opened, and this beast, the smoke like a furnace. Okay? This beast rising up. Let's see where it goes. So Danish Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen warned on Monday that the long-standing NATO alliance, now notice, would end if President Trump ordered an attack on Greenland, a semi-autonomous territory of the Kingdom of Denmark. In an interview on the Danish broadcaster TV2, Frederiksen responded to Trump's renewed threats to take over the resource-rich island. So we took over what? We took Venezuela's oil, biggest reserves in the world, and you have this resource-rich island, Denmark. We're becoming like expansionist again, colonial again. I believe one should take the American president seriously when he says that he wants Greenland, Frederiksen said in an interview according to a translation from Bloomberg. But I will also make it clear that if the U.S. chooses to attack another NATO country, Article 5, right? If a country, NATO country gets attacked, everyone else has to respond. This is a member of NATO. A NATO country military, then everything stops, including NATO, and thus the security that has been established since the end of the Second World War, she continued. So this alliance, this security will end. So keep that in mind. I'm just saying, keep it in mind. These things shall come upon you and overtake you. So it's over a period of time. Let's see where it goes. Will he be the last president of the United States? Or Ephraim, the last king, must suffer a certain fate according to Scripture. I have an oracle that matches it up perfectly. So maybe I'll do an update tomorrow afternoon. He's threatened to cancel the 2028 elections. Life is indeed stranger than fiction. Let's see where it goes. So, taking over Greenland, attack on Greenland, the end of NATO. What will come after that? I saw a beast rising up out of the sea. See, this Antichrist is like, he's going to be a servant like Nebuchadnezzar, a type in the hands of God to punish a wicked and rebellious nation. So that's your update for early in the morning. Thank you for your time and thank you for listening.